the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? That'd be just swell. Shane, how you doing, bud? Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Surviving to make a mockery of averages. Mandy, how are you? How are you? Sam, greetings. You been watching Bread? Greetings. The hat, the famous hat. And it is the famous hat. I wonder, could we get a bear's paws bucket, though? We need a bear's paws bucket. Do you reckon I get one made somewhere? Could I wear a brown hat and get away with it? I don't know. It takes a special kind of person to wear a brown bucket hat, doesn't it? I would think. Cheers, cheers. Corona Zero. Non-alcoholic. You can hear me and you can see me. Good stuff, man. Well, I say it's good stuff. It's good for me. It's not necessarily good for you, is it? My little walk that I did earlier. Marvellous, marvellous. I saw birds, bees, a rabbit, a rat. What else? A duck. All kinds of mad stuff. I couldn't catch the duck. It was too quick. Superglue a beer coaster on that one. On what? On what one? Oh, this one. Yeah, the hat, the famous hat. But it'd be shit if I went out and it was raining, wouldn't it? I am on PR on the beers here. Lulu Bellatini, how are you? How are you in yourself? I was like 38,000 feet, 38,000 feet up Mount Pendle. It was a whole safari. It's lovely as well. And there was a young girl pushing a pram walking towards me as we went into like the depth of the woods. And knowing you can tell someone looks a little bit nervous. So I made sure, I mean, I can't smile anyway because my face looks like a melted candle, but I did my best impression of someone smiling. I went, yeah, you're all right. She smiled, calmed down and carried on walking. Thinking to myself, it must be horrible, that. Just going out for a walk and having to worry about every single person you walk past. 2 minutes later, two young lads walked past with a massive dog with a head the size of a bull. I felt her pain. Sticky back plastic or laminated. We can't laminate them. They are too thick. But I do have sticky back plastic, obviously. I am a child of the 70s. I grew up watching Blue Peter. Painful, not climbing any more hills anytime soon. Well, you live on top of Mount Pendle, you're going to have to, aren't you? Unless you've got a funicular there. Do you have a funicular on Pendle? Yeah, our Lulu Bellatini's been doing hill walking today. Chasing planes. Actual planes. Looks lovely there, though, has to be said. Lancashire lad did another video the other day which looked absolutely insane. Why does Lancashire never get the same sort of kudos that the Yorkshire Dales, North Wales and Scotland does? Lancashire just seems to be the forgotten partner. Even the Peak District gets more column inches, not column inches, what am I talking about? Gets mentioned more. Hang on, where's my thing? Easy tiger, easy tiger. Get over there, you little shite. Hang on. The chat shite has gone chat-chastic. Right. I am going to give this a quick zhuzh and see what happens from there. Oh, Oh, spinny, spinny. Spinny, spinny. What's going on here, man? Not that you could have run after. I can't run after anything. She doesn't know that though. All she sees is some limping bandit. Always cross. Oh, do you know what, Shane? I do the same thing. I hate it. Or if it's at night, I deliberately make noise, just so they know I'm there. I'm a bar steward. Peel. You can peel them, can't you? But you need to get them damp first. Is everything working? I do not know, Mandy. I don't think so. But possibly, I don't know. If you don't know what I'm on about and what Louise is on about, we do have some pics, courtesy of our Lulu Bellatini. This one does work. There you go. It's a nice sty. Nice sty. Louise was hunting aeroplanes, hunting actual BBMF, is it? It is BBMF. Battle of Britain Memorial Flight. BBMF sounds too much like a niche category on Pornhub, though, to be honest with you. But it is stunning, isn't it? And the last photo is actually in Yorkshire. Because, obviously, you do straddle the boundary, don't you, where you are? Is that the last one, or is it another one? Stunning. Absolutely stunning. That's the last one. That's Yorkshire. I can imagine you and two other people, possibly Christine and someone else, rolling down the hills there in a bathtub. Last of the summer wine style. Or in your case, first of the summer gin. I'm only joking. Me grunting behind you would be even scarier. Pardon. Now, just to make a little bit, not grunting, just make a little bit of noise. Scuff the floor. You know, a little bit of singing, anything to let people know that I'm there. And again, the same as Shane, cross over. Don't run too quickly, don't walk too quickly. But just try and make sure that when you do walk, and it's difficult for me anyway, but keep it a normal rhythm so it doesn't sound like I'm speeding up and slowing down and what have you. If you see someone coming towards you, cross over in plenty of time. Thought it was a stone chair. It's a sty, isn't it? Good cheese chasing slope. It has got a good look of a fairly decent. You'd have to really, really tread carefully though, wouldn't you?
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Sorry. That wasn't just very poor indeed, that was awful. Tread carefully. Oh man. Why did he go there? Why did he go there? None of us will ever know. But it's a beautiful part of the country. And unfortunately, the Yorkshire Dales gets mentioned all the time because it is genuinely an incredibly beautiful place. But so is Lancashire. We get forgotten, I think. People think it's just the M6, that's it. It's not. It's much more than that. I know Yorkshire's massive, and then we tend to get squeezed over slightly. Lancashire. I say we, despite the fact that I'm in Merseyside. We tend to get squeezed a little bit. So it's not as big a county, but it is bloody beautiful. Bloody beautiful. We have our own places, don't we? Mount Pendle, Rivington Park, Forest of Bowland, the Vale of Loon. Some really boss places, man. You hear Lancashire, think Bolton. Because it is, isn't it? Well, it isn't. Is Bolton, isn't it? Or is Bolton Greater Manchester these days? You never. People are convinced Manchester's a massive city. It's not. It's smaller than Liverpool, hence the 0161 phone code. Greater Manchester, on the other hand, as a metropolitan county, is fucking huge. Keep saying we're the second city. You cannot, mate. You're only small. Once you start consuming the likes of Oldham, Rochdale, Bolton, then maybe. But you're not. That's not part of Manchester. Hills all around you. I'm jealous with that because I'm right at the seaside, aren't I? It's as flat as a witch's tit here. There's nothing. I have to go all the way to Parbold before I even hit anything that even looks that direction. After thee, says Louise, after thee, Mandy, after thee. You want to try that cheese roll and it looks great. Do you know what, man? It looks ridiculous. You'll roll the cheese and someone else can chase after it. What you mean there, Mandy, if you're being absolutely 100% honest, is you'll throw cheese down and volley someone down after it, won't you? Just push, there you go. I know these things. We have a volunteer. I'd be great at it because I can't run and I can't walk, so I just genuinely tumble down everything I stand on. Where was I looking at the other day? I saw something. I can't even remember where it was. Mulvama in North Wales. I used to be able to see that from my classroom in Liverpool, so it's became this sort of gets called Liverpool's Mountain because it's the nearest one we can see, and everyone goes there for a walk. So I'd be able to do that, and then after 10 minutes, I thought to myself, "No, I wouldn't actually. I'd be shite." Shane's going, that's it, you volunteered now, too late. You love cheese, you're not wasting it by rolling it down. That's the thing now. You're not wasting it because by the time you get to the bottom and pick it up, you just scrape the edge off it, don't you, and then eat it. Go for it. Make sure you take with you, I will sort it out for you. We'll give you a GoPro, strap it to yourself, and then film the entire journey down. That, has anyone done that yet? They must have done by now. What else can we roll? Tobacco. What food can we roll down? Stuff. Swiss rolls, Arctic rolls. Would you like Swiss rolls, only colder? Well, frozen, but you know what I mean. What else? Baby Bell. Do Baby Bell down a very, very shallow incline. That would work, wouldn't it? Instead of cheese rolling down a hill, just a little Baby Bell down a... How about... these places where... I don't know, where's the nearest one I've got? The doctor's. It's got a ramp, a disabled ramp outside. How about if I got a Baby Bell and rolled it down the disabled ramp outside my doctor's? Could we do that? Would that work? Oh, a big pork pie. Esther, how you doing? You okay? Definitely cut the bad bits off. That's all you need to do with cheese. Just scrape the bastard. A barrel. Ooh, yeah. Roll out a barrel. The only problem with that one, though, Mandy, is if you overtake the cheese and it hits you, it'll just be slightly painful. A 22-gallon barrel hitting you is just... that's hospital. If I roll after it, I could do. You've got to roll with it. You got to take your time. I'll roll it outside in the sunshine. It's all about scale. I can't do the hill with the cheese, but a Baby Bell down a disabled ramp. I might be the world champion at that one. A car tyre, but it wouldn't stop rolling. I know, it would just keep on going and going and going. I'd be better off, if I was doing anything, I'd be better off absorbing, wouldn't I? Those big inflatable balls. What do you call me? Getting in one of them. That'd work. We're talking about cheese rolling, yeah. Could be empty. Empty would be even worse, because they just... I don't know, it'd bounce more, wouldn't it? Yeah, Shane is entering the cheese rolling next year. He's got no choice. This is a contract. He's signed into it now. Too late, man. Done. Sí, coronavirus. La cerveza más... Well, it's not guapa, is it? But... Yeah. La cerveza más... Interesante. I don't know. Something anyway. Yeah, someone had to stop me or I'd go down the main road. I would. But there is, I think, between the ramp and the main road, I think there's a couple of trees. I might be all right. What have you sent? Ali Alio, what have you sent? Ooh. Le Pranglais Burger King Chicken Royale. What did he taste of? Did he actually taste of Burger King Chicken Royale? I wouldn't know. I've not eaten Burger King for about 15, 20 years or something. That's unusual. It's an interesting can, that. Chicken Royale Pringles. Me likey mucho. I still think ours are better. There you go. Loads of Pringles flavours. Horn cocktail. A salt and vinegar. Very sour and whatever that is. I can't even remember what that is now. Teddy salted. I love Teddy salted. I need to change some of that, I think. Perhaps. Cerveza guapa. Yeah. Some really funny vids on YouTube of people flying down and not touching the ground. Isn't it mad when you see some of those people? They genuinely look like they're hovering. It's like they've jumped at exactly the same rate that they fall. A bit like someone who's doing the ski jump. Ski jumpers look like they jump miles in the air. They don't. They're only ever about, well, not that far above the ground, but about, 10 feet or something above the ground. And then they follow the curve. Well, yeah, they follow the curve of the mountain. If you roll a baby bell, add Kippers and Horace chasing it. Mandy, I think you have your next commission, I think, for videos. Baby bell chasing down a disabled ramp, including Kippers and Horace. You wouldn't buy them again, just wanted to... Ali, I am very, very proud of you, young lady. Very, very proud of you. I wanted to try them. I've tried them, I don't like them, but at least I tried them. That takes some cojones. You have minerals, dear lady, you have minerals. Unlike my daughter, who for years wouldn't try anything because it tastes horrible. How do you know you've not tasted it? Well, it sounds like it tastes horrible. I think someone from the Netherlands won it this year. It was Germany they were from, weren't they? I had a look the other day, you see. Good man yourself, Shane, good man yourself. Positive vibes. Louise was sorting her washing out. It's just been hung out on the top of Mount Pendle. Do you have to bring yours in off the washing line and then use a hammer? Like we used to, remember those days gone by? Your jeans would get washed and put on the line outside while it was freezing cold, and you could stand them up. You had to get a hammer or a mallet or something. Where's the bonsai? You can't see it. You can't see it. It's just to the left of the Ujima flip. Hang on. Hang on. Where's my thing? Ooh, no, not that. Can you see? I've actually got the green up at the moment. I've got it lit up green to make it look even double green. What I'll do later, I will get BP TV, CCTV TV, and I'll drag that down and show you. But the thing is arriving tomorrow, I think, or Tuesday. The little dish and the bowl that it goes in. No, the other way around, isn't it? The bowl and the dish that it goes in, that's arriving tomorrow or Tuesday. So once it's done, I'll be able to stick it a bit more over here, I think. Yeah, I might move it to the right. Move the football to the left and move the plant to the right when all that arrives. Does look purdy, though. You're still eating them. I've bought them. I'm not going to buy them again, but I'm eating the bastards till every single bit's gone. Absolutely. Never bought a chicken royale, as you wouldn't eat the mayo or lettuce, so no point. Yes, Ali, steadfastly refusing to eat anything that's remotely healthy for her. Nederland, skating guy's son, that's stuttering. Erben Venemaar. Right. Can't remember the name. Wayne Rooney. Remember the name. Stick him in a sarnie. There you go. If in doubt, throw them between two pieces of bread. Buttered, obviously, not mayonnaise. Then they'll be sound. The bonsai was courtesy of Mandy. Thank you for that, Mandy. Mucho apreciado. Mandy said to me, I've got a plant for you that even you can't kill. Challenge accepted. It's there. It's doing well. Been here for a couple of days. It's doing well. I will, once the thing arrives, I might stick it on the window ledge in the morning so it gets a bit of sun but not too much, and then put it back for the rest of the afternoon maybe. Would that work? Would that work? Would work. Fucking hell, man. Yes, I think we all need to know this. What happened? What happened to this man? That's fucking insane. Look at that. Unless the feet keep coming round, that's a neck breaker. Look at the state of that, man. Well, it was a laugh, wasn't it? Sweet fucking Jesus. The whale's gone mad. Don't kill it on purpose. I'm not killing it on purpose, Mandy. I wouldn't do that. I want it to thrive, survive, and have a nice life. Sarnie sounds very EastEnders. It's British in general, isn't it? Does it come from? Is it an army thing, Sarnie? Berry felt it in the morning. I don't think he had the ability to feel anything that morning. Jeez, man. Nah. There's a vid on YouTube with him. You think he's okay? Sweet Jesus. Oh no, Shane.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It is there. Must be Nederlands. Ja hoor. Een gekke Nederlander. Een gekke Nederlandse kaaskop. Crazy Dutch cheesehead. Going up. Like, yeah. Start practicing your tumbling. You have to get used to it. Like all these Formula One drivers have to get used to crashing like touring cars and things just to get used to it. It's like sparring in boxing. Start rolling yourself down small hills to begin with. Must have brain damage. To be honest with you, Shane, I reckon he's had brain damage before he'd even threw himself down that bloody thing. Why? It's not even like it's a fairly shallow slope. These things are like that. You know what I mean? Start training off big hills. That'll work. Gekke Nederlandse kaaskop. Crazy Dutch cheesehead. Exactly. The whale's gone mad. Who was the first person to do that? When did it start? Why did he do it? I mean, this almost goes hand in hand with who was the first person to milk a cow and what did he think they were doing, etc. But I know these things start years ago, but how? Who was the very first person? Was it just two people walking on the top of a hill with cheese and one went to the other one? Throw, push. That was funny. Is that how it starts? Because I think we have our own version of that, if that was the case. In Liverpool, when you're about 13, 14, or at least when I was growing up anyway, whenever you walked past a hedge, if you weren't paying attention, you got pushed into the hedge. It was called being hedgerowed. And occasionally, if people were pissed off with you, 2 or 3 of them, or maybe 4 even, would grab a limb each, pick you up, and throw you at the top of a hedge so you went all the way down in it. Then you got chased by some moody owl fella who's probably younger than I am now. Look at me bastard hedge! Look at it, I've just been fucking inside the thing. Knobhead. Must have been down the pub. I reckon everything like that happens down the pub at least once. Definitely pun intended, yep. Probably somebody dropped the cheese, too precious to lose, went flying after it and thought, ooh, this would be interesting. Juggle it. Cheese farmer having a bit too much. That's what normally happens, isn't it? That's why they've all got gout. Too much port and cheese. The hill not far from you, so you'll get one of your mates to take you there and you'll walk up it. If you want to do your quads as well, walk up it backwards. It's amazingly good for your quad muscles, though. True story. When my dad played for Wrexham, the manager, John Neal, used to take him to Aberystwyth all the time, up Murder Hill. One of the big massive sand dunes there. And pre-season, these lads would be vomiting everywhere because he just ran them that hard. Then he moved to Chelsea, and all the Chelsea players had to go to Murder Hill. Pat Nevin was talking about it. Interesting. You being frugal. Slightly frugal. Don't waste good cheese, though. When you think about where it comes from, how long it takes for it to process in the cow's stomach, be removed from the cow's stomach, and then made into cheese, don't waste it, man. Don't think you'll try it on Arwyddfa. No, definitely don't try it on that. Feck no. Or Scafell Pike, or Ben Nevis. Is it Snaefell on the Isle of Man? What's the one in Northern Ireland? I can't remember. Moint. Yeah. Poor Arwyddfa. Gets the blame for everything, doesn't it? Got to do that this summer. It's so annoying. You can see it from Liverpool. On clear days, you can see it from bloody Southport, never mind Liverpool. Or Ainsdale Beach, anyway. Never been on it. Also lived in Wrexham for 4 years. Alright, fair enough, I was just 0 to 4 at that time, but never wanted that pond thing viaduct. Am I trying to do that though? Ponce, whatever viaduct. That looks amazing. I am shit with height, but I would definitely go up on that. There was another Instagram reel the other day of, what was it? No hike places to go in North Wales. Really interesting ones where you don't have to go up like Trevan or something like that, you know. Just normal little wanders. And there was, I can't remember the name of the falls. I might have saved it somewhere. Falls that are like an easy walk to, but massive. Wasn't even Aber Falls either, it was something else, I can't remember. But there's quite a few places that look really good. With the next to Langdando. Who's got a Langdando? By train, definitely. Definitely by train. I can't walk up there. I'd love to. I'd love to be healthy enough to do it, because if I was healthy enough, I would do it. The same with Ben Nevis. Same with Scafell Pike, whichever one's the big one. Although it's took me until I'm unable to do these things to get the will to want to be able to go and do these things. Fucking annoying. Yeah, Mandy's installed the plane tracker. One of us. You've got the plane tracker and the lightning tracker as well, haven't you? Tom Ash will be pleased. Will you do the Langdando? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. The fandango. Well, you do the fandango. Oh, hang on. Ali's come through for us here. The famous Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake in Brockworth, Gloucestershire, England, has unknown exact origins, but is believed to be at least 600 years old. 600 years old. To put that into perspective, the United States is just over 250 years old, isn't it? Or is it 250? Fucking insane, these people. It likely began as a pagan fertility rite or summer solstice celebration to ensure good harvests, where burning wheels symbolising the sun were rolled down the hill before being replaced by double Gloucester. Oh. So it's got pagan and Roman roots. Historians debate whether the event originated from ancient pagan solstice rituals or Roman traditions. Burning wheels of wood and straw were originally rolled down Cooper's Hill to clear away the remnants of winter and welcome spring. Don't you love that? Another strong theory links the event to asserting common land and grazing rights. Villagers held ceremonies, danced around maypole and traditional games to maintain their legal access to the hill. The earliest known written attestation of the event is found in a message sent to the Gloucester town crier in 1826. A formal report was later published in the Worcester Journal in 1836, which noted the tradition was already well established. Ah, right. So it's been going for a while, and yet the ball game is even older. The Atherstone ball game is pure old. Pure old, man. 600 years, man. Is there a list of the broken bones people have had? Ooh, there could be. Why do you know these lyrics? Because it's Bohemian Rhapsody and it's been played permanently since it was made, constantly. Pagan or Pagan, as you call it, is proper goth. True story. Very goth. Oh, that tastes nice. That does taste nice. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. It's not even rain. Do you know what it is? It's that mizzle. That dreich. That fine rain soaks you through. The moon is going. The moon is back. Yeah, dreich and dreary, as the Scots call it. Where it feels like you're walking through a car wash. Drizzly shite the whole evening over in Ireland as well. It's good though. It's good for the grass and everything. The grass looks amazing. Looks amazing. Just checked, $11.99 for the ball game. That is stupid. That is stupid. $11.99. $11.99? Are you out of your mind? Don't mention the moon. I will get frisky. People do get frisky on full moons, don't they? Genuinely. Full moons. Tomash, Cape Arthur, dude, I am closer than you. Any chance I can pop up to Blackpool and deliver some stern words to Lancashire's so-called cricketers? I am 9 miles away as the crow flies. I know because I checked where it was in the 8-mile radius of where I am, and Blackpool was just outside it. It is just over there. It's there. I could go there. What are they doing? I watched the England. I didn't actually. I watched the highlights today. I only watched one day's play the other day of England. That was all right. I thought they were going to get beat, but they never got beat. They won, which is Fabu. Lanks on the other hand, I saw got battered by fecking Yorkshire, didn't he? I bastardi. I bastardi. Got last Monday on ADSB. What do you call me? A daft scouse bastard. Terrible behaviour, that. Thanks, Louise. Right, so the bottom at Phil, here we go. Starting at the foot of King Hill, Hurst Hill on OS maps. Barlick, the walk climbs around 511 feet in 1.6 miles onto the moors. It gives you vistas of East Lancashire and more distantly the Yorkshire Dales. The walk is just over 3 miles in length. That, you know, that doesn't sound too bad. That does not sound too bad at all. I might have to hit you up for the coordinates of that one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tom. How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And how's Domingos Duarte el gato más guapo del mundo, eh? Kippers wearing mint. Oh, Kippers is wearing orange. He's down there, Kippers. In fact, Kippers looks like he's fainted or he's asleep there, to be honest with you. Horace is over there as well somewhere. Misbehaving. Probably writing some kind of bloody poetry now, isn't he? Problem is, you heard a strimmer, thought it was a plane and spent ages trying to find it on the app. I was looking, was it today? The police helicopter was up. Either today or yesterday. Might have been yesterday. Like just for hours and hours. So there's something gone up. I was trying to look up motorbikes. They do sound a little bit I don't want to say single engine plane, but they do sound a little bit, don't they? As though it might be some World War II kind of remnant. It's got the same kind of occasionally. Lancs 201 from 7 from 20 overs versus Glamorgan. In response, Glamorgan gets to 161 for 8 from 18.1 overs. So they required 41 from 11 balls with 2 wickets remaining and Glamorgan won. Absolute sacks of wank. What a Lancs playing at, man. El Guapo Gato Domingo, yes. Gorgeous, gorgeous thing. Oh, wow. Oh, sneezies. There will be sneezies. There will be sneezies. Iron up Hell's Angels. If you want to do that, Southport, Funland. That bit where I normally have a little bit of a mooch around. The pier starts there. There's like a little restaurant-y fish and chippy place. And then it goes on to the pier, which is now blocked off, obviously. But of a weekend especially, loads of bikers turn up. So there's loads of them. Loads of them. Not as many as by the Scotch Piper, obviously. I have been there when there must have been thousands of bikes. Not even joking, there must have been thousands. It's ridiculous. And they all leave at the same time. And it sounds louder than the Who. Than the Who, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this Shane's channel will pin Shane. Go on, let's get Shane pinned. Pin massage. Have I pinned the right one? Sorry, that was it. I pinned the wrong one. Go on, is that right? Let me see. Yeah, that's on there. Right, that's Shane's channel. Go, like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Sam's channel as well, same thing. Oh, Devil's Bridge, yeah. There's lots of bikey stuff, isn't there? Lots of bikey stuff. I used to go past the Scotch Piper on the way to work. When I have to go in really early, I get the 300 bus. Took an hour and a half to get from Southport to Liverpool. Ridiculous. That's when I started playing, what's the name of it? Bus Politics. Yeah, I played Bus Politics, which I loved. 6 o'clock in the morning, Bus Politics, just to keep myself amused. No worries, Ali. BRB. Esther, as a teen, you were cycling to school past the Hells Angels clubhouse. They're normally all right, aren't they? Unless you're from another chapter or from another gang, they'll leave you alone. Yeah, they're not really interested in having a go at kids or just random people. But if you annoy them, yeah, not good. Sam, you're working on some longer form content. Takes you a bit. Oh, nice one, man. Can't wait for that. It's worth it, though. It genuinely is. When you put something together that lasts quite a while, and especially if you're trying to get the watch hours coming in. 8 minutes plus. Always 8 minutes plus. Once you get monetised, always 8 minutes plus. You get mid rolls, you see. Very sneaky, sneaky. Longer form's where it's at, man. Longer form is where it's at. Shorter sound, and you can get loads of eyes on your channel, but once you start doing the monetized stuff, it has to be long form to make any dinero. Unless you're like someone like Jenny Hoyos, who gets hundreds of millions of views on her shorts. This year would have been a good year to go to the TT. Brad Pitt, Channing Tatum and Keanu Reeves. So we're saying like TT stands for Totty Trophy now, are we? There's quite a lot of handsome chappage between them three. The TT in the Isle of Man, Esther. The Isle of Man TT. Brad Pitt is there because he's filming as well as he's making a film over there. Keanu's just, by the looks of it, is just wandering around being cool as fuck all the time. Well, he is, isn't he? He's just like that. Been a bit messy this year, not much racing. The weather doesn't help, does it? Squirrels don't seem to get millions of views. Why? Squirrel's a boss, look. Ooh. Bit me the bastard. I'm only joking, it didn't bit me the bastard. It's on telly, apparently it will be. It's the biggest or maddest bike race in the world. The only TT thing you've seen was Noel Edmonds. Is TT standing for Tiny Tit? He's weird, him, Noel Edmonds. He is genuinely weird. Also, speaking of him, why has David Beckham gone from looking like the boy next door to looking like Noel Edmonds? I know he's just fermented his entire face, hasn't he, David Beckham? All of a sudden, it looks like he's been coloured in. It's weird. Noel Edmonds was like that. It is the Wales' deadliest race. TT Assen in July. That'll be good as well. Yeah, it is all over YouTube. It does get loads of views, the Isle of Man. Even if it's just like normal racing, not just the TT. Anything going around the Isle of Man, they love it. Which is also, because there's, in some parts of it, there's no speed limits, even when it's not Isle of Man TT. That's why the Top Gear people used to go there all the time. Head up into the mountains and drive as fast as you like. Could we have Shane kayaking and pretend it's downhill? If everyone turns their head slightly now, we'll have a look. Does this work? Looks like it. All it needs is a bit of cheese. They all go from Ironman TT to Assen UK road racing, but over. Oh, it's over for this year, is it? The UK road racing. Never like Beckham nor Brad Pitt. They've got a similar kind of thing, haven't they, them two? You're either into that kind of look or you're not. Camera and angle would work, speed it up a bit, it would work. It's fantastic, isn't it, Shane? That's all Mandy's work, that. It's all Mandy's and Andy work. Mandy work? Does that work? Mandy work. That could be repurposed. It could be going down a ski slope. It could be going down a hill with cheese in front of you. That can be repurposed all the time. Permanently. Kayaking across the Nords there. I would never kayak anywhere near that bloody place. I've been in that in a massive ferry with the stabilisers out, and it was still doing that. Crazy. Because it's so shallow. It's not really, by sea standards, it's not really deep, is it, the North Sea? It is horrific. Horrible. Horrible. 13-hour crossing overnight. Hull to Rotterdam Europort. Cray. Not in a good way. But that's where they used to have red lights. I don't mean Amsterdam, I mean in the cabins. If you switched all the lights off, there'd be a little red light. And if you switched them on for the first couple of, first 20 seconds or so, it'd just be red, and then the white lights would come on afterwards. That's why I have mine on down there. In case I wake up during the night, as I'm an old man, to go for a pee, I won't fall over and break my neck. But also I won't switch on the light and then can't see anything because it's too bloody light. It'd be a hell of a challenge, that one. Hell of a challenge. I reckon if you're going to do kayaking anything anywhere, it would be the canals, and then maybe see if you can get onto whichever the canal is, that where you go on the River Trent, which is crazy. It's very, very, very flowy, the Trent. You can also go on the Mersey. You can go to where the Everton Stadium is, almost, and then just turn the left, head into the town centre, then go onto the Mersey and go across to the Manchester Ship Canal. I've seen people doing that on narrow boats, and their arses have gone because it's proper tidal. Challenge to go to Rotterdam. Shithole. There speaks an Amsterdammer for you. I know you hate the fire orders. Definitely rough. As I say, I watch loads of narrowboat stuff, and I've seen people going from one canal to another where they have to get onto the Trent, and it's so fast flowing, it's horrible. So they all panic about it. And then the Mersey, the same thing. You have to time it right to make sure it's not going too quick in one direction or the other. Otherwise, you've either got to put your foot down and your engine will blow up, or you'll end up in Ireland. Your mum was brought up there still. I know. So when you think about narrowboats and stuff like that and how gentle it is and peaceful, it is until you go to certain places, then it's bloody not. There was a fella, I remember watching him, he was on Amazon Prime. This is how good it was. He had a proper TV show on there. And he parked up somewhere near Wigan. Went into a pub, just had a few beers in there, and then on his way back to his boat, he had the shit kicked out of him. To the point where he was almost like left for dead. Horrible. Just walking down a towpath back to his boat. If that's where you live, how must that make you feel? You can't feel safe parked up anywhere, can you? Horrible. Little bastards. Little bastards. Rough as a bear's ass. Rough as a bear's ass. True story. Oh man, I've had the sneezies for the last couple of days. I think it's grass pollen. Loads of idiots about there is. Ruining it for everyone. You know what it is, I'm just street tough. Rebel MC. Wasn't my scene that, I'm afraid. I don't know that one. The world's gone mad. The world has indeed gone mad. What time we on? Ooh. That's the one thing I always thought about when it comes to living on a narrowboat, because you can't stay in any one place really, unless you pay an absolute fortune for. What's the fees? There's a fee for a name for a fee, isn't it? Not even just a mooring fee. It's like living somewhere. You got to pay. There's people that live in the Albert Dock on narrowboats in there, cost them a fair few quid. Otherwise, you got to move every 2 weeks at least. If something like that happened to you, would you ever feel safe, no matter where it was in the country? You think, well, you know, the Cotswolds would be lovely, really nice and quiet, but you can't really stay there. Do you carry on going? Do you want to stay in the middle of Birmingham or Leeds or Liverpool? I mean, I know the Leeds-Liverpool goes through Vauxhall, which is just where the football stadium is. That's as rough as fuck as well. The time is Jeff o'clock. It is, well, almost Jeff o'clock. No premature Jeffing, Mandy. He'll be here in a sec, don't worry. He's just sorting of. Oh, Marina fees. I know her. Nice girl. I'm only joking. Yeah, they are ridiculous, aren't they, the Marina fees? Depending on where it is. There's some where it's getting to the point where it's almost as cheap to live in an actual house. That's how stupid it was. Can't remember who it was. I was seeing a video with someone who said it used to be really cheap. You could pick up a boat, which would cost you a few quid, but that was it then. Paying the there's another fee as well for the Canal and River Trust. You have to pay them something to get your key for the locks and what have you, and then your water and your diesel and things like that. But it wasn't too bad at all. It wasn't a problem. Then all of a sudden, everyone started doing it, and of course, as soon as it becomes more popular, the fees went through the roof. And it used to be not even unpopular. It used to be that parts of the canal network were silting up and not being used at all, just left to rot and ruin. And then someone's come along and fixed it all and got people back on there, and then of course the fees. Popular, fee through the feckin' roof. Your ex couldn't dance, so it looked like he was shoving his shoes on the doormat. That's movement. That's movement. It's expressive dance. That looks miserable AF out there now. I'd love to walk in there. It's not cold. See, told you. The birds are singing. Just looks miserable. It's 60 quid a year for you just to kayak up and down. You see, I understand you'd need to pay money towards the upkeep of the canals. It needs to be done. It's a huge network. The canals and the rivers need to be looked after. People need to look after them. People need to be paid to look after them. I know there's a lot of people who work as volunteers for the Canal and River Trust, but there's still got to be. You can't just have volunteers going out and actually, when like trees are falling in or bits of the bank are broken, that can't be your average person going out and fixing that. So I can understand it needs money for the upkeep, but some of it's ridiculous. Like, it's probably cheaper just to go and get in a bloody hotel. That's how bad it is. just to float on top of the river. The worst bit is the petrol and diesel in the rivers. I would think the rat piss is also not too healthy. Christine, can you hear us? She doesn't even speak like that. All right, my duck. Can't stand Derby. Where are you? To be safe, better not dance. Yeah, rat piss is not great. I don't know the other day whether or not the creatures that I saw by the marine lake were rats or voles, but I'm thinking possibly a bit of both. Can you hear me? Yeah, you should ask for danger money. Yeah, not just that. Actually, you're right, Mandy. You're 100% right there. It's not just diesel, petrol. It's not just tides. It's not just trees falling in. It's snakes. Actual snakes. And then rat piss on top of that as well. Local marina is 40 quid per boat foot per year. Didn't realise they paddle up and down. 40 quid per boat foot per year. And some of them are quite long, aren't they, those boats? Bloody hell, yeah. I don't know, foreigners stuff apart from the dirge that they normally sing. Yeah, he used to dance for 9 hours straight at raves, which is why he's like that. There's nothing of him, our Shane. Built like a Japanese racing snake. Swans, when they've got babies, give them a wide berth. I mean, give the swans a wide berth. I don't mean the babies give them a wide berth. I think they slip out quite all right, don't they? Swans are loyal lovers. Swans are feckin' lunatics is what they are. If you get a swan with bambinos, and we all know swans, you need to be careful because, you know, they can break a man's arm with one wing. Christine's in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, she's watching the air show. All right, she's not actually over there. She's watching the air show. That's fair enough. Same penguins. Oh yeah, penguins are really loyal, aren't they? They stick together, don't they, for like years and years and years and years and years and years. Can't walk over drains, so you go that exactly. As far through as a tram ticket, as the saying goes in Liverpool. Good though. It's healthy being healthy. I think. Right. Well, if Christine's busy in St. Louis, well, it is Sunday. Oh, hang on, we'll start that one again. Big blue bonsai bastard. Right, so he's been involved in a bonsai tree as well, has he? Big blue biker bastard. The bikes at the marine lake again, yeah. Big blue boaty bastard. He's been following me around the marine lake, hasn't he? What he's trying to say there is he's a big blue bastard and he's been doing other things. I can't let him get anywhere near that bonsai tree because he'll burn it to a crisp. There's sharp angles everywhere, isn't there? Plenty of sharp angles. You wouldn't say you're healthy. Slim. That's the only thing, isn't it? You're nice and slim, man. Where's Casper when you need him? I think he's busy. He's at the Missouri laminate stall of the World Laminate Forum. Stop taking pictures of your kayaking. The ladies love a bit of kayak action. Any Jeff will do. Yeah, go on. It was a toy boat to us, man. All of the Jeff. There you go. I think this week's been a fairly healthy Jeff, hasn't it? He is from Barcelona. I'm presuming then that Jeff has either been watching Faulty Towers or possibly Pep Guardiola. How come he's been doing everything we just talked about? He's Jeff, Louise, he's Jeff. He knows these things. He can see into the future and into the past. Well, we can all look into the past, can't we? I know it's mad, isn't it? How's that happened? Yeah. Jeff, man. He's an original thinker. He's a seer. He knew what we were going to talk about before we even thought about it ourselves. If he'd have mentioned cheese rolling, that would have blown my mind. Although I don't think anything's going to blow my mind anywhere near as much as I Am Spartacus did. That was fucking insane. That. He is very sharp. Very, very sharp. Jeff's always got an eye on you. He has. Not just one, sometimes three, weirdly. Psychic Jeff. I knew you were going to say that. Jeff used to be a medium. He's a triple XL now, though. That's what happens working in the game. Why is that saying Botrix rather than my name as well, by the way? Why, Delilah? Ain't going where we are. Ain't going. Loyalty. No, wrong one. Botrix is being weird tonight. It's being very weird. I'm logged in, you tit. Why is it doing that? That should be alright. Yeah. I don't get that. Anyway, doesn't matter. Jeff is the mental brother, Esther. Jeff is the mental brother. Septic Peg. Oh, do you remember her? What is it about? What do you call it? It's not just a bob, is it? Like the girl had a swing out sister had, with the fringe and like a Lego head. What is it about that? That's supposed to be, ooh, mad. Everybody, if you pick these numbers, you'll win the lottery. So everybody who's watching is going to pick the same numbers. Did you know? And you might know this. If the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 come out, it'll be one of the worst days ever. So many people pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the lottery that if the jackpot's 20 million, everyone will get about 20 quid each. There's that many people who pick it. It's pointless. Fact. That's an actual fact. Fringe, fringe. A cut fringe and a bob. Like the girl from Swing Out Sister. It's like proper flat bob with a fringe. I'm not going to call it bangs because it's not. It's one thing. It's a fucking fringe. Bangs me ass. Who bangs your ass? Sorry. Fringe. Fringy. Botrix is being weird. Playmobil, that's the one, the Playmobil, a Lego head we call it over here. It's happening fucking Lego head there, lad. Mikel Arteta is a Lego head as well. Looks like his could be taken off when he gets home. Looks like he's creosoted his head. And he played for Everton. Not that you'd know it, like. Oh, hang on. My balls are slipping. Can you see them? Like clackers. A bob. That's the one I was looking for, a bob heading. It is a bob, isn't it? But it's with the proper full-on, proper harsh fringe. A bob with a harsh fringe. And that is supposed to make you look a little bit weird. And, ooh. What's the phrase I'm looking for with that as well? Mystic. Obviously mystic, but I don't know. I've gone off somewhere else now. My head's gone west. Lego head it is. that even appears in a song. That girl is an indie Cindy, Lego haircut and polka dot dress. Hadouken, the name of the band is. Yeah, that girl is an indie Cindy, Lego haircut and polka dot dress. It does look very 70s, but I've seen it a few times come back. Every now and then, a girl from another era, in the 80s, 90s, noughties, 10s, 20s, whatever, will just go and do it. I fancy this as a look. Brilliant, and it works really well. It's a bit more... my head's absolutely gone west today. Who was the girl from... Was it the 1920s? Louise... what was the name of her who had the bob? The famous one. Oh, I can't remember her fucking name. Louise someone. That's going to piss me off, that now. I can't think. It'll come back to me. She was famous for it. 1920s, maybe. Lego based, reggae song. Oh, definitely not Redknapp, no. Got to add that to you. Louise Brooks, that's the one I was thinking of. Louise Brooks, it's that look. Loads of indie girls used to go for that look as well. Girls in bands used to go for it. Add that to your English dictionary, Sam. Yeah, if your head's gone west, it's I can't think, or I've lost it. My head's gone west. Louise Brooks, that's the one. The flapper, was she? What do you call me? It's a very powerful look that she had. And if you're going to copy someone like that, you've really got to go for it. You can't just half-arse a Louise Brooks. But it comes back all the time. Every 10 years or so, there'll be someone, normally in a band, an English band. Louise Brooks haircut, flowery dress, jangly guitar, know what I mean? It's weird that. We have loads of bands like this. Yeah, the girl out of Swing Out Sisters got the same haircut. She went for the same vibe. And again, if you're going to go for that, you have to go for it completely, which she did. Hasn't she still got the same haircut? I'm sure I've seen her not too long ago on one of these sort of 80s, 90s tours. I'm sure she still got the exact same haircut. But it's part of the outfit, wasn't it? That's what you remember her for. And speaking of which, has Nick Begg still got the same haircut that he had when he was in Kajagoogoo? I always thought he was a complete tit, him. Turns out he's not a complete tit. He's an absolutely superb fella. Incredible bass player. And a very, very talented musician in general. Looks stupid. It doesn't look right on everyone, to be honest with you, Esther. You've got to have a certain look, I think, to get away with that. Wish you had more hair. Speaking of which, I need to cut mine off. I'm starting to look like a hippie. No, I'm not. I'm starting to look like Swiss Tony. That's the problem. Hers was very short. It was very short. When was it about there somewhere? It wasn't even a full-on bob. It was a wee bobby. Wear a pot head. Your bucket hat. There is a scale, dear Samantha. Gone West expresses a sense of undesirable confusion and frustration, a loss of path of thought, communicated as a warning to others that you feel vulnerable, perhaps. I have gone west. My head has gone west. We shall recover you. You've had the same hairdo from... well, you've lost it. I've been using wash and go. I've washed it and it fucking went. The head on Head and Shoulders is getting bigger all the time. Samantha Fox. Different Samantha. Samantha Squirrel, not Samantha Fox. Samantha Fox, the object of lust for many a young chap of my age. And it turned out she's more interested in ladies than men. I think a few dreams were, well, actually, a few dreams have been either popped or increased at that point. That's it, isn't it? Gone from having a 4-head to having a 5-head. Terrible behaviour. You might need to tabinate a bit on that. The Scouse vernacular, as well as, I mean, I think Gone West is quite an English one, but it's very, very Scouse as well. Oh, lad, me head's west. Me head's caboed. Moving along the scale, it might be said, comparatively, and for example, that your head is beyond having gone west. Your head is in fact on Mars with that Lancashire result, it is. Because Mars is further than west. It goes up in scale. Tom, how are you? How are you? Just to piss the men off. I think it was more to do with the fact that she actually likes women, not just to piss the men off. But it worked wonders in that case, to be honest with you, Esther. One's head being on Mars represents an utter exasperation at a given situation. More than frustration, beyond vulnerability. I have reached the galactic plane. Things are bad. Between West and Mars, I think my head's in the shed. Would you say that's between them two? Your head's in the shed as well. If it's in the shed, it's not where it should be. I don't know what's going on. My head's in the shed. Casper. Oh, me head's on Mars, yeah. I can't sing. I used to be able to sing. I can't sing now. I also used to be able to walk. I can't really walk now. I used to be able to flick the V's with my left hand. I can't now. Both. Could be both. Mars. How does this apply to billionaires obsessed with going to Mars then? I would say Musk's head is completely on Mars. Tick as feck. Absolutely tick as feck. Is he happy though? Yeah then. Sun is just setting, but it's super grey. Sending a window pic. Oh, lovely stuff. We'll keep an eye out. Where is it? Il fattore di window. The window. That looks alright. That's nice, though. That looks like a nice place to live, doesn't it? You can normally tell just by looking at a photo. If it looks a shithole, you know it's a shithole. If it looks a nice place to live, it looks a nice place to live. I like that. Also looks like it could be a good filming area. There you go. My head's up my arse. My head's gone west. My head's in the shed. My head's on Mars. These are the levels you need to work through. There's Mrs. Tom on Mars. You transcend levels here. You do. But it's nice to occasionally just have the level. Yeah, Casper. Esther mentioned Missouri Laminates earlier and wondered where you were, and all of a sudden, there you appeared. I transcend levels here on Mars. Does sound like an 8 Mile Radius song, doesn't it? Very valuable linguistic data. I can't speak. Yeah, it's the problem with the English language is bad enough, but like with the Scouse vernacular thrown in there as well, it starts going beyond expectations, beyond what you think you already knew. There's just too much. And then throw in a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of Ireland in there as well. It's just bizarre. Steam Pro 06. You can share my Steam in a Kick community. Add you on Discord. I will have a look at that as soon as I finish on here, but I've got note to hand. You know what I'm saying? Long days plus grey skies always makes you lose track of time. That's why you were late. It is mad. It's just different, isn't it? What do you call me? A louse? You're not a louse. You're not lousy. Arse battered West Shed Mars. Is that one of those 3 words things? I wonder if you put the first 3 and the last 3 in there, what 3 words? Where would they end up? You meant that my head's gone sounds lyrical, it does. You slipped. Don't ever slip with Louise, man. She's 11 foot 12 -ty. Willowy with it, but got a good reach. Know what I mean? Muy dangaruso, muy peligroso, as they say in Japan. Water flowing, you need a WC. Pavlov's bog. There you go. Booming headache. Head like Birkenhead. A hangover of devastating effect. It is, isn't it? Got a head like Birkenhead. The Louse Scouse house. Heads and volleys. Street soccer. Oh yeah, I remember playing that. And occasionally red arse. You played what? Red arse. You have a name in Danish that sounds like one is saying Laos, but spelled Laos, L-A-U-S. Lao is another version of the same name. We had Klaus Thompson, didn't we? Which is almost Laos. Which comes from Niklaus, which is from Nicholas. Red arse sounds painful. It is painful. That was the whole point of it, to be honest with you, Shane. It was a punishment. You would have to drop your kecks, bend over, and people would kick a ball at you as hard as they possibly can. So you end up with a red arse. So the idea is do not lose in the game, otherwise. Red arse. I know soccer. Street soccer. Street soccer. Oh my God, the soccer street is amazing. What are you doing? His head's west. I told you, his head's west. So far west, he's now in New York. Playing soccer. Red arse is used differently in Texas. Is it related to redneck? But different. There's a rather less famous Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, unless you're Danish. It's called Little Klaus and Big Klaus. I'm Big Klaus. I could have been called Klaus, couldn't I? Nico. Klaus. Nicodemus. Another good one is what father does is always the right thing. My daughter would disagree with you there. Yeah, that'll be the far ants. Oh my God, the far ants. You got a red ass, that'd be the far ants. Irritability, say angry, oh, ready to fight. We've got a sort of a few similar ones to that over here, haven't we? Would say if someone's annoyed, they've seen their arse. He's seen his arse with you. Can't be arsed, I've seen my arse with you. Feeling arsey. It's mad, isn't it? It's different and the same at the same time. Lau, your foster mum was called Laura, and you said Lau. Pissed her off. There's a Spanish photographer woman who I watch on YouTube who's called Laura BC. She lived in London, couldn't speak a word of English, moved to London and lived there for like 10 years or something. Got a really thick Spanish accent, but occasionally says something in a very, very English way, which sounds bizarre. Very, very strange. Very strange. You had the ant's nest over you today. It was a right pain in it. It will be, as long as it's not far ants. has a great moral. It's got a great moral. I don't even know what's going on here. It's got a great moral, as do all his tales. As there should be a good moral at the end of the story. And that moral is, don't bare your arse to ants. Ants are horrible. They do nothing. They're also really interesting, but they're also a pain in the arse. And they're very acidic, aren't they? Acid. Was weeding. Moved an old pot. You never seen so many in one place. Oh, just a little UK black ants. Just a little bit. Penny Lane. Do ants spit, acid or bite? They can do both, can't they? Depending on what ant they are. They can bite you, which is really painful. Some of them can also arse jet acid at you. Vile. Fine with the ants that you grew up with. Never got bitten here, you get bit at least a few times a week. Texas ants are worse, way worse. Don't be fooled by the ants that I've got. Do I need to pick Jess up later? I don't know. I had to take her into town yesterday, but never had to pick her up. She did ring me though, when her and the mate were in the pub, pissed. Her mate's dad loves the videos that we do on here. So they're trying to arrange some kind of play date, I think, between me and him. He can juggle and play ukulele. Might have to get his daughter to bully him into playing ukulele on screen. Acid. Do we get the flying bug ones? We do. Flying ants. There's always... Is it one day... I'll ask the Brits. Is it one day a year we get flying ants? There you go. Thomas, you just said it. Flying ant day. There's one day a year where the entire country is just comes to a standstill. It's bizarre. It's genuinely just one day. One sees enormous ants sometimes. The elef, I think they're called, if memory serves you right. It's coming into season now. Any day soon, flying ants for one day. One day. Just a one day. And it is literally the entire country. You can't move for them. And then the following day, it's as if they've not even been here. It's mad. Is it in the room? Yeah. Is it pink? Some ants sting, some ants don't. Some ants need a lot of loving, Anna. Yeah. Some ants, defences just don't bother us, or jaws aren't big enough to bite us. That's the thing, isn't it? One day I'll fly away. That might be the Rory one. Randy Crawford. Rawford. What the hell's wrong with my head? My head's west. Randy Crawford could have been singing about flying ants. One day I'll fly away. Wasn't worth it, was it? Just so the mate then lose wings or die. Why? Why like the mayfly? Why is that a thing? All it does is it hatch and then doesn't even eat. Doesn't go for a bit of a mooch around, nothing. Up, shagging, fall down. Following day, another fly, same thing. That's it. Live for a day. What's the point? Knobheads. You're on Mars, just you and Liam Livingston's scalp. What's he done? I love watching Liam Livingston. Has he gone mad, has he? Not like bullet ants or militants. Far ants, of course, do both. Grab with jaws to get a good sting. All right, that's the worst thing about it. You grab hold and then start dry humping you with the stinger. Candy Rawford, that's her. Got me some goddamn fire ants. The whale's gone mad. No Domingo, where's Domingo? Shane, you've had an ex like that as well. Occasionally, yes. Sting. And we're talking about Sting, and look at the jukebox. The Polus, including Sting. How mad's that? Fire ants. Ever heard of that guy who created a pain scale to see where on the body stuff hurt most? So he just let some big wasps sting him all over. If you remember right, ball bagging inside the nostril. Oh man, that sounds terrible. Inside the nostril. Oh, no. Sod that, man. It has been a mad night tonight, hasn't it? Jeff was there, and now we've got the Polis. The Polis are on there as well, by the way. Liam Livingston did very well today. 81 from 37 with the bat. 3 for 13 with the ball. Oh, I like him. With his mystery spin, his left or right. Not left or right. Off or leg spin. Deserves more. I think deserves more. Back of the net. Domingo will wait for your return. Esther, he just likes the sound of the cricket commentary. Doesn't understand that Lancashire are last. Fucking last, lad. You're last, yous. They are abysmals. Pissants, do we have them all over the place? Lots in Liverpool, going from pub to pub. Like the owl boys and the owl girls. They will follow the happy hour around. Go to the first place for an hour or two. Then their prices go up, so they go to the next pub. Then the next one, then the next one. Which is quite nice. Poor Domingo. The pissants are normally the most common one, I think. Looks that way, doesn't it? Pissants. I can play that, or I used to be able to play that. No, I can't. One in a suit that gets wrapped up by the biggest snake in the world. Just been talking about him, haven't we? Elon. Biggest snake. As a proper pissheads. As kids, we're taught, aren't we? White lightning in the park. There you go. Lots of different types. We do have them, lots of different types. Probably our most successful is the Triumph. The Triumph Pissant. We had David Pissant, didn't we? Used to play in golf at Wimbledon, I think. Oh, that tastes nice. That does taste nice. 2020. Speaking of which, I went to the optician. He said, you've got 20/20 vision. Oh, brilliant, yeah. 20% on that side, 20% on that side. What's this thing on? Oh, he's a cricketer. You presumed he was a descendant of the Doctor. He could be. Liam Livingston, I presume. Watching an old race across the world, Epsom, one fella played cricket for Yorkshire but wasn't selected to be pro. It's a really, really high bar when it comes to doing stuff like that. Not a lot of people take up cricket compared to football, but it's still quite a high bar. As well as the triumphant, we've got floating ones known as buoy, not buoy, buoy. Because they're buoyant. See? That's how it works. Are we getting a very poor... We are getting a very poor indeed for that one.
Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed, very poor. You're giving up on Race Across the World. You remember the Yorkshire guy with his sister? You warmed to them both. Have they got proper nice Yorkshire, you know, down to earth, salty bastards, salt at firth? I'm from God's own country, I am. God's own country. Can't be God's own country. If God was going to make a country, he wouldn't put fucking Hull in it, would he? Proof there, sorted. Your missus said she had a stone in her shoes So you got 50 more. You know, and everyone get them fun. Yeah. A stone. Oh, fucking 20 stone there. You have smart ones that are known as elag. I'm here all week. Well, try and beat this. You have spiders that live underwater, breathing through the butt. Boy is a great song by David Sylvian and Mick Karn, a genius of a bass player, Mick Karn. You have to take the bog brush back to the shop, keeps taking the skin off your ass.
That's actually very good.
That is very good. Very good. That is very funny.
We have unemployed ones known as redund.
That's actually very good.
That is very good. Very good. That is very funny.
Right, where is that picture? Where have I put that? I'll have to get moved. If I can do that now, I will do. Where is the bastard? Give us a sec, I'm just trying to find out where oh no. Of course, you fucking idiot. No. Oh, VGI, there you go. I'm putting this further up. Excuse a second. You'll see why next time it comes up. You'll see why. You will see why. Can't imagine you have any less piss heads. Probably not. It's known for its alcohol consumption, isn't it? The old country of Denmark. And you also have one that runs on water called a Jesus spider. Mad things then, man. Yeah, not with us anymore, Mick Karn. Fantastic bass player, though. Really is. Quality, man. Quality. That's quality, man. Quality. The worst is fall, autumn, when you all want to go into your house. Everything wants to go into a house, doesn't it, once you get to about September, October. Too late, man. You made your bed. You've got to go and lie in it. Why is it when you burp, you say pardon, when you fart, you laugh? Who knows or dares to ask? And then when you do both at the same time, you take a screenshot. Can any of these spiders open the batting? Can they? Can he play left back? Greg Davis has got Welsh roots, so that on who do you think you are? Do you want on that steam train? He hasn't just got Welsh roots, he's proper full on Welsh, isn't he? Does sound like a euphemism, doesn't it? Oh, watch him, he opens the bat in him, he watches, watch him. You imagine a batting is like a Yorkshire pudding door. It can be. If you open that, it can be. Muy peligroso, man. Open the batting is this summer's can he play left back? 100%. We can give up worrying about right back, left back, just for a few months. Diving bell spider. Argyroneta aquatica, native to northern and central Europe and parts of Asia from British Isles to Siberia, Iran to South Korea. Man. Very strange, Steve Strange. Very strange. Dad made his mother give birth in Wales. If Greg became a pro footballer, he wanted him to play for Wales. So the dictionary definition of the anti-Nick. My dad said no son of mine will ever play for Wales. And he was right, I didn't. Never played for England either, but you know. Zoid Wales, Welsh Wales. Greg Davis was born in the same hospital as your sister, not at the same time. Funnily enough, I was born in the same hospital as my mum and dad, not at the same time either. A door made of Yorkshire pudding would be more effective than the current Lancashire lot. And also, Beautiful, man, beautiful. Yorkshire puddings are great. Battenberg, love a bit of Battenberg. North Wales, St Asaph. HM Stanley, what? St Asaph, isn't that where, was Gary Speed from St Asaph as well? Just down the road from you, isn't it, St Asaph? Just one team that I follow, invest in. Can't one team do all right? That's all you ask for, isn't it? Just all right. You work hard, you've been raised on sport, it's escapism. Just a little joy. A smidge, please, Jeebus, just anything. Just one day of normality, of winning something. As an Evertonian, just one day of not being shit, please. That's all I beg of you. Just one day. That's one noisy little shit that over the road. Don't mean the neighbour, I mean the blackbird. Singing in almost the dead of night. King Stanley. Oh, the name of the hospital, HM Stanley. Mad place, that, man. The mad place. Hospital, mate. Stanley. That's what it is. Earl Stanley, King Stanley. Big Stan. Big Stan. What is that crazy rain-stopped play rule? What is it? Are we talking the Duckworth-Lewis method? Which is an actual band. Mandy, how's your book? Mandy, how's your books? Count Stanley. The water walking spiders are all over. North America has 8. They just say several for Europe, Asia and Oceania. Family is a fishing spider. Dolomites. Henry Morton Stanley. Mandy was born in the former workhouse. There you go. Speaks volumes. Very Dracul. I don't wear any of that at all. I think there's a Wrexham General, isn't there? That's about as far as I know. Yesterday, England and New Zealand took an early lunch as they were off for rain. The sun shone. Lunch concluded and it started to rain again. It is a bit mad, isn't it? HM does stand for His or Her Majesty, but also for other stuff. Every continent apart from Antarctica has them. Too cold. You want one there, will you? You want. It can also stand for His Masters, can't it? As in HMV, His Master's Voice. Just started Boke toe. 6 million pages, I bet. Over 100 species in the genus. See, all of this just, it drives a coach and horses through the idea of Noah's Ark, doesn't it? Genuinely. There was 2 of everything, really. You couldn't fit 2 of everything on a feckin' boat. Hope that one might be easier to get through. When you was little, you thought it was a boat. HMV, that's what it's stuff for. His Master's Voice. Because the little dog was sort of looking into and listening to the cone speaker, because it's his master. HMS Stanley. Ah, right, yeah, of course. Ah, yeah. It is, isn't it, HMS? So you thought it was like a hospital ship. Great symbol with the dog and the record player. Mark and Lard on Radio 1, back when Radio 1 was actually funny, used to have a little bit. Nipper the dog was HMV, wasn't it? What they used to do after a long song was, play a little clip going, that was a long song, wasn't it? The needle's gone right up that little dog's ass. Oh, man. That used to be great, that show. They also had the vinyl collector. And the whole joke, it was the same joke over and over again, but it was still funny. I bought this, absolutely mint condition, and every time he put the record on, it was scratched to buggery and it kept skipping. So he's able to do Muller F'Kintyre in the middle of the day on Radio 1. Basically, Muller fucking tire. How they got away with it, I'll never know. Different on BBC, also on Radio 2, during the week, it's like 10 o'clock at night, when he had Fact of the Day. Did you know? I didn't know that. Fuck my hat. I didn't know that. Fuck my hat. I didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that well. Fuck my hat. Different. There you go. Nipper and Flipper. Nipper. There's loads of little dogs called Nipper. Little small ones. Little nippers. Small people in the army used to be called Nipper as well, didn't they? Well, it is Sunday. Actually, you're right there. 100% right. Sorry. You have 100 species in your genus. Worst pickup line ever. I've heard worse than that. Ali wants more Jeff. Everyone wants more Jeff. But we're not getting more Jeff. Instead...
But Kipper's Vindaloo. Can't be good for you.
No filth, Ali, no filth. Meet the park poet helping strangers unlock their inner thoughts. From the rugged north coast to the sweeping Mourne Mountains, it's no wonder Northern Ireland has inspired so many literary legends. Seamus Heaney, Michael Longley and Sinead Morrissey, to name but a few. But while some might leave poetry at the classroom, Patrick Cruz is on a mission to remind people that the art form really is all around. The Queen's University Belfast Master's student has set himself the challenge of writing at least one poem a day with strangers over the next year. Recently, he's brought an old, repaired 1940s-era typewriter to Botanic Gardens in Belfast to bring people's deepest thoughts, feelings and emotions into the written prose. I was really scared coming down on the first day because I was wondering what was going to happen. This is a crazy idea, he told BBC News Northern Ireland. Then 7 hours later, I had written poems with 10 different people and had the craziest interactions. Meanwhile, in Limerick, feckin' silence. If you're going to write poetry in a park anywhere in the world, fucking Limerick. No. Too busy in the pub. Fucking Egypt. But I like that. I do like that. We need more of that. There was a fella used to go around Liverpool called the People's Poet, which is why when I write the lyrics for stuff, I put myself down as the poor pal's poet. So thank you to him. He used to go into pubs, busking, poetry busking. He would ask you a couple of questions and would write a poem right there in front of you. And he was an absolute genius at it. I don't know if he's still doing it, but amazing, man. I've still got one somewhere about me and the lads are out having a pint, and we were the ones that normally play Call of Duty together, so we asked him to do one about that as well. And he did. Cruz is actually a normal last name in Denmark. It's used, well, it was used for one person I know called Cruz Leeming, who's a rugby league player, only there's an I between U and S, Cruz, because he was conceived on a cruise by his parents, hence the name Cruz. Feckin' silent, beats biting bums. It does. Belfast, I was over there, I love the place. The people are amazing. And what he said to us, I've told you this before, haven't I? We love everyone apart from each other. We get on with everyone apart from each other, which is the problem. And they should do. It's an amazing place. And it's all over religion. And the worst thing about it is they both support the same God. Slightly different flavours, but it's the same fucking God. You know, why argue over it? Scallymach. What do you call me, Louise? What do you call me? Kippers needs to wear Ali. Kippers could wear Ali's t-shirt. Probably the same size, to be honest with you. Big lad for a bear, you know. Big lad for a bear, he is. Big lad for a bear. In fact, I think Jess's t-shirts would fit on Kipper's as well. She's like that. Far through as a tram ticket. What comes next? Obviously, if the beer's gone, dolphin friendly Earl Grey, almond milk, 1 sweetener, in a thermos. Still hot. Sponsor me thermos, you bastards. One of these days I'm going to get an email, aren't I, from Thermos, just saying, what do you call us? Got to be dolphin friendly Earl Grey. You can't have anything else. It's unethical otherwise. Don't want dolphins getting caught up in the tea nets, do we? It'd be terrible. Terrible. Poor dolphins. Unless you're trying to catch them on purpose. Sorry, on purpose.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very purpose indeed. Oh, I've got no energy. No energy whatsoever. I've just had days off and I'm knackered. I keep waking up early. Early for me anyway. It's not even bladder. Just waking up. Although the other day the door opened and made a really eerie creak. Oh no. And as I was getting up to close it, I got cramp in my left leg. It was the ball achest of all ball aches that day. Couldn't get back to sleep. Gutted, man. You watch it tomorrow, it's going to be really nice and sunny and dry, and I'll be able to sleep all day if I felt like it, but I can't because I'm working. Bloody typical. Body got used to waking up at that time. It's weird though, it is. It should take longer than that. Normally, I go to sleep around about the same time and I get up around about the same time, so I should be in that cycle, getting used to that, but just the last few days. Very strange. Very strange. Could have been worse. She could have made me walk dizzy falls again. That would have been boss, that though. If the weather had been better, that would have been boss, but unfortunately, not to be. It's going to stop at Bottlewything Castle as well, but just one big black cloud over it. Then on the way back, thought Penny Lane, Strawberry Field, I'll do something Beatlesy. Black cloud all over Liverpool. Going to stop at Ainsdale. Got as far as Ainsdale, thought, nah, it looks horrible out there. Managed to just about walk around the Marine Lake, got back in my car and it started raining. So, at least I got a video out of it, but, you know. You remember days off. You need time off, man. We work to live, we don't live to work, Tomash. Tell them straight. Knobheads. You can't work at peak efficiency and peak quality if you're tired, if you're, I don't know, not just tired, is it? If your head's west, you can't give your best. There you go. Stick that on a placard. Just wander around the office with it. If your head's west, you can't give your best. Everyone needs time off. Oh, pee break. Can we do pee break? Have we got pee break? Where's pee break? Pee break. Pee break. Pee break. Pee break. Yeah, I thought you had more days off and less homework with this job. Have they just started ramping it up again for you? It's not good, man. Sleep plus mental rest and recovery and not consistently existing under stress. No one can live at that kind of speed. It's horrible. And I know it's a big thing in the States, isn't it? Everyone's got this hustle mentality. Japan's the bloody same. It can't work that way. All you're doing is you're working yourself into the ground for your millionaire boss who works for $1 billion company to make a trillionaire richer. Stupid, man. Sending a pic in 9 mins, then it's 11 o'clock in the blessed PM and it's still pretty bright. You bastards, you bastards. Bless y'all. It's the job and a bit of manipulation to get a bit of time off in the rota, in the area. Proper propaganda. You're on day 3 or 4 in a total run of 6 working days and 7. Not good, man. Not good. I know you need time off, but you need time off. Makes any sense. Sleep alone isn't enough and time off isn't enough. I know that at the moment because I've just had 3 days off and I'm more knackered than ever. Less homework, less stress. Thankfully, the stress is literally a killer. That's the thing, isn't it? There shouldn't be homework either. I know sometimes you have to. If you're in a managerial capacity or something needs to be done, you can do a little bit extra, but regularly having to work at home, like you used to do on every Sunday, having to prepare for the week, you should be able to just walk into your office on a Monday or open your laptop on a Monday if you're working from home. Bang, off you go. It's one of the best things that happened to us when we were allowed to start working from home occasionally, or in my case, permanently. I haven't got the travel. I don't have to log in. If I fancy just, I'm on flexi as well. If I just fancy having an afternoon where I'm not working. So, right, it's covered, isn't it? Yeah, sound. I'm not working for the rest of the day. Sometimes it's needed, man. We can only do so much on our end if environment, home, workplace and the world is still problematic. It really can drag you down, can't it? And if it is dragging you down and your mind, if your head is west, how can you concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing? You've got to look after your workforce. We're not robots. Robots can't think like humans. Cherish humans, man. Look after them. That's why when you end up working for a good boss who look after you, that's when you end up doing more for them, but not in a way that affects either of you. You know what I'm saying? How's Thubby? Thubby's doing okay. Lovely stuff, man. That's what we like to see. Health, wealth and happiness. Gradually picking up more clients across the 5, 6 platforms he's working on. You're losing track of how many as well. Once you get to platform 9.5, things are going to take off. I think any job where a mistake impacts on other people's lives has a stress of its own. It does. I know I've worked jobs where what I was doing dictated whether someone had money to feed the kids. It's a horrible way of being. Really is. Bladder emptied. Time for Kippers. You missed Kippers. Kippers has been on. Kipper was on before you went. But it is very stressful when you know what you do can impact someone's actual life. That's when you need a bit of time away from it. I think the bosses that I've had have been really good at that, you know. I can see what you've been doing. You need to go away from this, go and do something else just for half an hour. Or they grab you and take you out for a pint at dinner time. Just off you go. chill. Christine, how you doing? Charlie Bravo 04. Charlie Bravo 04. Christian Eriksen's collapsed on the pitch again. What? Oh, poor sod. There's someone who shouldn't need to work. He shouldn't. I would think with him, no, that could happen anywhere, couldn't it? If he was a coach. If he was just sat on the bench with the rest of the team, I reckon it could happen there as well. Poor sod, man. Oh, you missed. Oh, you did. You missed Jeff. You missed Jeff awesomeness. The best Jeff ever, I think, tonight, wasn't it, ladies? Wasn't it, lovely ladies? The best Jeff ever. It was peak Jeff. The Uber Jeff. We are not machines, we're not. Like Charlie Chaplin says on the Paolo Nutini song, Iron Sky. We are not machines. You've got to look after us. Yeah, Christian's made enough to last 10 lifetimes, he has. Just walk away from it while you still can. Relax. Christine, do you have a colloquial expression that means you're not thinking straight? For example, in the Northwest, we might say, "Me head's gone west." Do you have a Nottinghamshire equivalent thereof? And how was the air show? Did it go well? What kind of planes were there? How was the what? The air show? The air show. I need to move that down as well somewhere, so it's not in the way. Half sharp. Oh, it was very, very sharp. His angles were very sharp. Is battered regional? My head's battered. Or we're on about like, oh, I don't know what. Battered. Air show in St. Louis, really good up to when you nodded off. It can't have been that good if you fell asleep then, really, can it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Steen, let's be honest. Can't have been great if you nodded off. Not a good sign. No man. No man. Remind me to put the planes higher up in the order so they appear in front of everything. I shall do that later. The planes are boss, aren't they? I love the planes. The planes. The F-22 was outstanding. They are incredible planes, aren't they? Those mad things, those mad jets screaming around everywhere. I always liked the Harrier jump jet. Just because of when I was born. They were the thing, weren't they? They were the best thing ever. Speaking of which, what was the best thing before sliced bread? Shouldn't have been out flying.
That's actually very good.
That is very good. That is very funny.
Well done, Mandy. That was very good indeed. It shouldn't have been outstanding. It should have been out flying. Are you having that one, Zave? Should have given you a very poor indeed, but no, you're getting a very good for that one. You're playing Uzbekistan next week in New York. Fußball. So someone who's currently unsubscribed who wants to tell you all hello. Strange chap. Is it Elon Musk? Is that Elon? He's a strange chap. He's from Barcelona. All right, so this fella's from Barcelona. Is he? Is he really? Is he Pep? Is he Pep Guardiola in the area? Very funny, man. Very funny indeed. Where are we? Well, it is Sunday. There's only one left, so may as well. Stibonsky. Fresh pistachios, the greenest of all the nuts, except for Kermit's. I'm sorry, Horace, what? I'm sorry? When your uncle started working for airplane engines for Volvo, they had a big door that opened up straight out of a cliff wall. They had all the new test stuff in there. Cray. Oh yeah, it is Fußball, sorry, the Fußball. It's all about the Fußball. Thank you. The Felbrick Flounce. That sounds like some kind of German plane, that doesn't it, from years ago? Less philosophical, more risque. He likes to mess it round, doesn't he, Horace? Occasionally just throw in a little bit of a oof. A bit carry on. Lippy Scottish Horace. He is very lippy. Faking him might have been faking him would have been better because it's also a horsey racy coursey. A horsey racy coursey. There you go. 3 Kermits for the price of 1. That's a Google places beginning with F in Enchanting Norfolk. There should be plenty of them. You should know all these from watching Alan Partridge anyway. On North Norfolk Digital. Do the French eat them as well? I would think they'd be a delicacy in France. Along with snail tails. I think I once had horse over in France. I'm presuming it was horse. It was a 6-foot drumstick. That should have been a giveaway, really, shouldn't it? Lippy kids on the... You don't do partridge. You don't do partridge. Brilliant. North Norfolk Digital. Some fantastic stuff. You eat spinal columns in a bap. And he's right. Frogman milk caviar. Yum, says Christine about frogman milk caviar. Never tried frog. Apparently it tastes like chicken, doesn't it? Which begs the question, why not just eat chicken? Norfolk Norty. Yeah, Partridge is brilliant with North Norfolk Digital. I always think it's good when you can tell from one line exactly what an entire character's like. When someone asked him, what's your favourite Beatles album? I would have to say the best of the Beatles. As soon as he said that, it's like I can tell about 40 years worth of this fella's backstory just with that one line. Brilliant. Samples 4894. You've enjoyed the stream? Had some suggestions you want to share with me? Don't want to spam the chat? Let's chat on Discord. I might check it out later, mate. I might check it out later. Know what I mean? Like, know what I mean? Up the workers. But you know what as well, right? Seeing as how Christine wasn't here earlier on, we'll have double Jeff, right? Are you ready for this? Are you ready, Christine? Hot tea. That's a line from Man Down, that isn't it? Hot tea. It is. Right, seeing as how you weren't here earlier, we'll have Jeff again. We'll have a replay of Jeff. And he has been up to all kinds this week. He's a big blue bastard, but his eyes are like chipped ice. Oh my god, his eyes are like chipped ice. Hello, Samples on Kick. Spamming the chat is what this live stream exists on. It's what we're here for. That's what makes us us. You missed Jeff before because your head was on Mars, lad. Your head's on Mars. My head's in the shed, lad. I'm all over the place, lad. My head's gone west, lad. Head like Birkenhead, lad. There you go. It is still quite light, that, isn't it? I like the slight lilac-y tint to the sky as well. It's quite purpley, on purples, purpley. Also, Mandy, I didn't see that earlier. Sorry, I didn't get a ping. I did not get a ping. By the way, there you go. Gregory Daniel Davis was born in St Asaph on 14th of May 1968, son of Pauline and Bob Davis. His Welsh parents lived in England at the time, but Bob, a native of Porthmadog, drove Pauline across the border when she went into labour to make sure he was born in Wales. Proper. That's what you want. Live the dream. I fucking want my boy in Wales, boy, innit? Oh, the blue bonsai boy. 1 looks angry, 2 looks grubby, 3 looks like you on Lacul Rosu in Romania. Very clean, looks very clean. I was thinking violet or lilac. It's a lovely coloured sky. I always like it when it's like that. You could definitely see Jeff nurturing a delicately nurturing a bonsai tree. I bet you he could. You'd need something like that. Biker boy needs wax. Suddenly Christine's interest is piqued. Do you look like Jeff, do you, Tom? Do you? You do not have a digital copy of the photograph of you rowing. Apologies all. That would suggest that you have a hard copy thereof. Is it a full-size painting? Is it like a constable in the front room above the mantelpiece? You do not, but there is a picture of you rowing in similar fashion. Please tell me that you're wearing a straw boater, candy-striped blues-on jacket. Let's be seeing it. Whip it out. Let's have a look. It's facing west, but looking northwest, and later north is much brighter. Yeah, the thing is, wherever you're at, if you've got a little bit of space around you, rather than just being stuck in the middle of a city, any kind of space, you can see the different colours. There's not things getting in the way. And you get more of a gradient as well, so you get, oh, looks fantastic. Normally in a city, it's just sound. Oh, dark, there you go. What are we whipping out now? It, Sam, we're whipping. Tomash is whipping it out. Where he's wearing his deck shoes with no socks. Chinos, would it be cream chinos? Button down Oxford shirt, candy striped jacket, straw boater. How big were your cocks? You know, the little fella who sits in front of the boat. That's the old joke used to go after the boat race. Cambridge are dipping their cocks in the water. Yes, COX, by the way. When you dig into the big box of photographs that live under the stairs, you'll find it. You're wearing a British Sea Power t-shirt. Best thing to wear when rowing, I would say. Un blazer. Cravate y blazer. Of course. Drinking Pimm's. Naked back of the knee, of course. wearing city shorts. I think they call them, don't they? So they show a little bit of the back of the knee. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. It is shocking. Unlike your boy Nutmeg. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Paisley cravat. Now you're talking. Almost. Almost. Not Paisley. It's a nice thing. That's a nice pattern, I think. I need to find something to wear that with. That doesn't make me look like a complete and utter tit. So pretty much nothing mod, isn't it? That's what always happens. Dress like a mod, you look like an absolute tit. Nutmeg is really cute. Nutmeg is. Boy Nutmeg. A male Nutmeg. Should his name be Nutsmeg? Because obviously, yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with the book. I know. I can't wear anything without looking like a complete tit anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? What are you wearing? You look a tit. End of story. Lovely blue colour. It's very nice. It's not even a sky blue. It's a slightly darker than sky blue. But skyish. A light blue, I would say. A sort of light petrol blue. Ali commented, Megnut. Ah, yeah. That's not bad. Like that fella, when he had the nicknames, fella in the office whose name was Wayne Bruce. So his nickname was Mambat. Always love stuff like that. Oh, he loves it, he does. Oh, hang on. The moon had gone out, I didn't even notice that. Ali, oh. Bedtime. Work tomorrow. Don't be running around in the morning. Tie your laces. Sleep well. Commanding the family guy daughter to come. Nutmeg. Aye. Filth. You filthy beggar, you. Sleep tight. Don't let the buggers bite you. Nut Greg. Nut Greg's not too bad either. I like that. Meg and Greg. Mega Nut. Knut. I think Nut Greg is the best I've seen so far. I do like that. All Gregs are Nut Gregs. You've got to decide early though if it's Nut Greg with Greg or Greg. Otherwise, there could be all kinds of coverfuls, as we all know. Shino. Living La Vida Local. It's like La Vida Local, but you don't leave the house. As long as you're not MAGA nuts. Oof, yeah. I wouldn't have thought so. I always think squirrels are quite left-leaning. They have a look about them, don't they? I reckon the squirrels have got a union. I can imagine that. That'd be nuts, wouldn't it? There's enough MAGA nuts, absolutely. They vote green, exactly, they vote green. When they have rallies, they make the nut cutlets, obviously. And I reckon during the winter, when we can't see them, they're all wearing Fair Isle jumpers that they've knitted themselves. Proper green, like nuts in May. Keith. Absolutely and deedly doodly. Greenland sells hats that have MAGA on it. Make America go away. I like that though. That's another one. That's quite good. That it's taking it, it's twisting it, it's putting it back out there. Bless Greenland. It's fantastic. Just twist it back. United Brotherhood of Squirrels and Nut Stashers. I'd be part of that. I'd join that union. I'd be part of that. Give up my PCS membership for the UBSN. Ubasan. Ooh, great, that's the Greenland flag, isn't it? I recognise that. It's sort of like, I don't know, Japan, Poland, yin yang, isn't it? That's a country I'd like to go to. Greenland. I reckon it'd be good. I reckon if you're going to do it, you need to do Greenland and Iceland. You need to do both, just to see what it's like. Oh, Christine loves nuts. You filthy beggar, you. Or do you mean love nuts? That's just as bad. Love nuts, baby, love nuts. It's actually close to a third of all Greenlanders live in Denmark. So they say the population is 50k, but there's about 30k in Denmark as well. All right. 22% of UK employees in a union, 9.4% of Americans. They are both stupidly low. There should be more than that in the UK anyway, but 9.4 stupid. It is. Poland, Japan, yin yang is perfect. I saw Poland, Japan, yin yang supporting 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 72. It is a great flag. That's the only way I could actually, if I told someone that, would they get it? But it is, isn't it? Cashews, pecans, almonds, walnuts. Everyone talk about pot moon, yeah. New York, London, Paris, brutal. Everyone's talking about pot noodle. Talk about pot noodle. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Unions were so demonised and disempowered by many states legislatively. It's horrible. You need to have unions. We're getting the same way over here now. People are just not getting involved. Without the union, we wouldn't have a 2-day weekend off. I mean, I know Thomas doesn't anyway, but you know, we wouldn't have anything like that. There'd be no health and safety at work. There'd be no yummy. You know, I don't mind a bit of nut. Mouthful of nuts. Filt. There's a country bidding it up for the queue. It's Greenland. So many queues and so many other words. The queue is underused around the world. Glad it's getting its outing in Greenland. You grew up in a union state, but Texas is a right-to-work state. That is, no unions. They haven't got a clue, have they? No unions, you need to have the right to work. But you also have the right to be protected from work. The people who are in charge, bastardos. Demonise the unions because, obviously, if you want to start utilising the old forcing people into doing things, working in unsafe conditions, you can't have unions involved. Not back to the teabag thing. No, definitely not back to that. Filthy beggars. There shall be no teabagging tonight. Unless you ask really nicely. Can't have fully toxic capitalism with unions, you can't. Capitalism doesn't work either, we know that. And at some point it will blow up and suddenly, ooh. We couldn't have seen that coming, we could. The Union of the Snake, what a tune, man. Don't mind a bit of Durran Durran. It's funny, Sam, the first Labour government of your lifetime was when you were 11. We had 18 years of right-leaning rule prior to that. You grew up suspicion of unions until you realised. We got told unions are evil. Maggie didn't like them. Smashed the unions. They're there to protect you. They're there to make sure that the people who are employing you act correctly. The same party that was trying to get rid of unions are also trying to get rid of the European Court of Human Rights being used over here. Why? Just one flavour of scapegoat, and there is. Unions, migrants, women, minorities, anything they can punch down on. Brummy boys, they are indeed. from the Rum Runner Club. All right, mate. Yeah, I'm going to match young. More nuts in May. What a great film that is. Still hot. Sponsor me thermos, you bastards. I'll turn it round the wrong way. Sponsor me thermos, you bastards. Walking out on strike as a nurse was genuinely odd. Empowering but fraught with so much moral concern. I can imagine that. The nursing strikes were handled brilliantly by the union. Nowhere was left short. It's different for you lot. It's not the same as us just leaving an office. The work will get done tomorrow or the day after. It's not a problem. I can imagine. It's the last resort for nurses and hospital staff, isn't it? You don't want to do that. We know that. They know that. Everybody taking their jobs. Exactly. Coming over here. That's the worst thing about it as well. These people coming over here taking our jobs. It's not them that are doing it. It's the people that run these places. Why are they getting like foreign workers coming over here in the UK? Why are they coming over here taking our jobs? Because you won't work for £2 an hour. These poor bastards will. So it's not their fault. It's the employer's fault. They should be held to account by the government, but they're not. What was the name of union guy again? Arthur Scargill. Arthur Scargill. That is him. Scargill, of course, does sound like somewhere in the Yorkshire Dales, doesn't it? I think it might be, actually. Don't understand this trend towards fragmenting individualism. I suppose because we are stronger together, we are. And if you smash people into bits, they can't stick together. That's why they're always doing it. Make them fight amongst themselves. Divide, conquer, divide, conquer. Bastardos. You had an election on March the 24th. The government only finally agreed on how to form a few days ago. That's heavy. That doesn't really happen over here. It does happen in other countries though, doesn't it? 3 months or, yeah, 2 or 3 months to be able to put together a bloody government, man. That's him. Shredded wheat head. Diversity is our strength. That's scary to illegitimate power. They hate it. And it's funny that anywhere, we've had this before, talking about US imperialism at the moment. We've all been there, we know what the score is. The Ottomans did it, the Romans did it, the Brits have done it. You reach a certain tipping point when you try and have an empire, and then it just goes the other way. Doesn't matter how many bombs you've got, doesn't matter how many people you've got in the army, doesn't matter how many F-22s you've got. There's billions of people on the planet. When they fight back, you can't do anything about it. And they will. They will. And then someone else will try and take over. So at some point, do we not just think, you know what, stop. Let's everyone work together for the improvement of the entire planet. No. No money to be made doing that, man. That Arthur was even famous over there. I think he'd been famous around the world at the time, wouldn't he, during the mid-80s? Because of the strikes and the violence that was around there. Jobs, Sam, jobs. Neighbourhood Facebook group had an informative post from a guy talking about a new management team for the housing estate on which you live. His profile picture, Yoni and Jack. Billy from Kez flicking the V's. Caption, fit in off, book off. Go on, you bastard. You don't like being called a bastard, does they, you bastard? Casper. Ridiculous, isn't it? Don't you hate them? Don't you hate them? Did you see that video yesterday, Tomash, of all those knobheads around the, was it St Anne's police station? Take the knee, go on, take the knee, go ahead, take the knee. This one bearded piss flap needs to be fucking punched right in his face. Oh, absolute knob, I hate him. Hate them all. Yeah, exactly the kind of fella you need on your neighbourhood board. I'm a straight talker, me. I'm a straight talker. I call a spade, I does. From the Whittle, what? Horrible bastards. The best outcome for a government coalition you've had in a long time, right? They're already talking about making dental work free for the sick and the poor within a year. What you need, man. Kez is a great film. Eventually free for all in 10 years' time. That's what you need, man. Classic film. Classic film. It's a great film as well. I've never written the book. It was already written before me. I've never read the book A Kestrel for a Knave. I should do at some point, shouldn't I? The book from which it was turned into. Was it Greg Davis who did the BBC show about that? That was one of his favourite books growing up. So he went to where it was filmed and everything, and he spoke to people that were involved in the making of it. That was good. I liked that. Very pleased with it yourself, as you should be, man. The way it should be around the world. You've got to look after the people. If the people are unhealthy, they're not going to be able to work properly. Look after them, man. If you don't look after them, they then become ill and then become a burden. Whereas preemptive looking after them, it reduces the burden. But no, they don't think like that, do they? Yorkshire lad with his beard, lad. You've been talking with political friends for 20 years about how insane dental work was and how it should be free, since it's also tied to so many health and mental health conditions. Yeah, I've got another dentist on the something of something. 17th of this month, I think it is. 700 of your King's British pounds it's going to cost me. 700 fucking quid. I'm up to about 4 grand's worth of work done in the last couple of years. Just replacing, sort of repairing shit work from years ago. Awful. Meanwhile, in Japan, they are regrowing teeth. At some point, that would be brought into everywhere else in the world, but it won't. Because, obviously, big teeth, big dental, will go apeshit about it. Big teeth, what are you on about? Carly Simon? No. You want to see Riff Raff, but it's nowhere. Riff Raff is brilliant as well. I think, Esther, that might be on YouTube. There might be a full version of that on YouTube. That is a great film, that. Genuinely superb. Superb. I don't know why eye and dental health are not connected with regular health insurance. Not like caring for any of those things are optional. You can't. You have to have them. If you don't, you're not going to be a provider or a producer of anything to society. It's stupid. You want to have 14 injections before an operation. They were about 40 quid each. Jeez, man. What were the injecting? Was that your entire body? Did you not just... Could you not punch you and knock you out? Mad, innit? Everything costs a bleeding fortune. And yet, every dentist that you see has got a Porsche. Why do dentists always drive Porsches? Sorry, Porsches. Need to search YouTube? You do? I'll have a look myself as well. If I can find it, I'll send a link. I've seen a few good films on there. I'm sure that was one of them. Very, very good film. Raining Stones is another one as well. Same writer, same people, sort of in and about it. Ken Loach-ian stuff is fantastic, but also heartbreaking. It was all in the gums above the front teeth and behind them in the roof of the mouth. It was horrible. Oh, I can imagine. That behind the teeth and into the roof of the mouth is horrific. Although it's not been as bad this time round because it's with a private dentist, so they actually take their time, don't they? And they numb everything before they stick the injections in and all kinds of stuff. I don't know if it's oil or cloves or something. They put it on, you can't feel it. Numbing gel. NHS. Is that gone numb yet? No, that doesn't matter. When I get the URL, I will drop it for you, Esther. I will. Brilliant film. Brilliant film. Oh, man. You feel like I'm going to sneeze. I have been awful with the old hay fever the last couple of days. Sneezing in bed. Never good. Lying down sneezing, which then kicks off cramp, which then I can't get out of bed because I'm struggling, and then I'm sneezing and I'm getting cramp and I'm sneezing more. Oh, man. It's not good, is it? Because of allergies, glasses, lenses and dental, which you can get some discount on, you have extra health insurance, about £150 a year. That I wouldn't mind. Fucking hell, man. We pay national insurance, which is like another tax, which is supposed to pay for everything, and it did. Then at some point, NHS dentistry stops being free. You pay less for it, but it's not free. Then you have to go private because there's no NHS dentists. That cost a bloody fortune. 700 quid for a pissing crown. Love good films. You can't beat a good film. You can't imagine any kind of insurance being only 150 a year. Isn't the average, I think they said the average American insurance, health insurance, is $500 a month. A month. That is sort of the equivalent of us paying national insurance. But everything, in theory, for us, should be covered. You're not worrying about going to hospital and saying, can you pay me back for X amount? And I'm saying, no, we don't think so. Shouldn't be that way. It's morally bankrupt doing stuff like that and making people bankrupt because they've had to go to hospital. You know, imagine being hit by a car. It's not your fault, but you have to go bankrupt because that's how much healthcare costs. To the government exchange, you have some low-end health insurance, about $300 a month, and that's low-end. I can imagine why they said the average is $500 because there's people paying $800, $900, $1,000 a month. It's horrible. You've got to be concerned with that. €800 a month and dental not included. What's the point in that? What is the point? 180 a month and dental's not included. Just fucking stupid, man. There's enough money out there. Just look after the people. Shane, no worries, mate. Good night. Speak to you soon. Hopefully you see it on that kayak. Giving it splish splash. The 150 is also the lowest group. The top bracket pays maybe £600 a year, but still. Why make money off the back of people's pain? I don't get it. I don't get it. Just tax big companies, tax billionaires, put money back into the system. Make sure everyone pays a nice amount of tax each, and then cover everything with all of it. Just stupid, man. Anything that's privatised is there to make money for the shareholders. It's not there for the service of the people that are using it. For some bizarre reason, whole of Western Europe just thinks, yeah, keep selling everything. They'll fix it. They'll fix it. No, they won't. If it's mandatory, then it's not health insurance, it's a tax. End of story. Insurance is mandatory. Car insurance is mandatory, otherwise you can't drive your car. But if it's that, then it's a tax, nothing else. You pay a workers' tax before any regular tax, that is 8%. This all just sounds the same. Everyone should pay the same amount of tax. And it should cover everything. End of story. Stupid, man. Oh, man. Been paying that since you were a paper boy at 11 years old. 11-year-olds shouldn't pay tax. Into the low thousands is not unusual. Tom Jones taught me that. The price you pay now is based on last year's taxes paid. The discount up front is only an advance on a tax refund. So no refund because they gave already. It's just up in the air and it's on its arse. It's on its arse. I hate all of it. When you're under 18, you only pay the 8% and no other tax. You shouldn't pay any. You shouldn't have to pay tax at all until you reach 16 or 18 or something. So if you're at work and you're helping out, keep your money. Cray cray, and not in a good way. Up to workers. You're on benefits, but health insurance is mandatory. It should be free. If you're on benefits, it should be free. It is here. If you're on benefits, it just shows you don't have to pay for almost anything. Strange how coincidental it is that a lot of plants that we've been told are weeds are actually medicinal and free. Yeah, 100% Mandy. There's loads of stuff like that which is then used and synthesised and put into drogas that we have to go and pay a fortune for, even though these things do grow. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Why? Because if you find out what they are, just start using them. You know what I mean? Stuff. I still haven't grabbed a nettle either. I should really, shouldn't I? Not here, you ain't. You slug. We are symbiotic. Everything we do is in cycle with the natural world. If you get a headache, there is stuff within the natural world which can take it away. There's stuff there that can give you it in the first place, but there's also stuff that can take it away. If your stomach's bad, ginger, we know that. So then, what goes into medicines? Ginger extract. Why? We've synthesised that it's better for you. Fucking isn't. Anything you find in plants or animals can be trademarked now. That's just how? I don't get it. It's horrific. Horrific with a capital H. Just all about money, innit? Money, 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 money. There's a lot of super veg, but you don't get them because they don't transport well or go off quickly. Yeah, there's like 10 big ones that was big in Northern Europe until the 1500s that we don't see anymore. Because it all works. Nature provides everything we need, but we can't use them, or we get told not to. Yet an allowance doesn't cover all, and you have to pay for bloody meds for BP and heart yourself. Stupid. If you don't benefit anything like that, they should all be free. It's on its arse, lad. What was that noise? You should be more rain, man. You should be more rain. Apparently one med you use is a weed. That's where most of the stuff comes from. It's good stuff, man. Weeds, if you think about it, they're normally fairly hardy, aren't they? It takes a lot to get rid of them so that you can fight back against stuff. You were looking at who decided dandelions were weeds and needed to be removed, and you went down a rabbit hole. All right, Kirsty Mark 2. Isn't it interesting now, Mandy, when you look into these things? Old wives' tales are old wives' tales for a reason. People have tried things and they work, so they get passed down from family member to family member all the way down. This is a family recipe for getting rid of headaches. Let's have a look. Oh no, you can't use that. Get rid of them. Get rid of them out your garden. But buy this instead. Dandelions are good to detox. There's lots of stuff out there. Get rid. Don't let them anywhere near your garden. And certainly don't make soups out of them. Don't make teas out of them. Don't put them in foods and that, because obviously you'll really start to feel much, much better, and we don't want that. Waiters. Just makes you think what else is out there which is really good for us that we're not being told about. We do get told about things, like I say, ginger being good for the stomach, turmeric being good for, is it joints and things? Walnuts, is it walnuts being good for the brain? We know all about these things, but what else is out there? Your mum always had lemon balm in the garden, and it makes great lemony, grassy tea that can make you quite relaxed or sleepy. Rather than taking synthesised sleeping pills, why? Just go and have that. Lavender's good for it as well, isn't it? Getting you into that relaxed state. Every part of a dandelion is edible. Even the clock. Is the clock edible? You've got a decent foraging movement here in the States, at least some of the states anyway. I watched a good video by All the Gear. They were talking about foraging, and for the same kind of reasons. What is this good for? And they actually mentioned nettles being good for a few things. One of which was not an antihistamine, but something else which is sort of connected. So must be the reason why. Turmeric is great. I don't like the taste of it, but it is supposed to be really good for you, isn't it? Tesco do a fruit pot, which is a turmeric shot or a ginger shot, which is fruit and a little bit of juicy turmeric or ginger that you pour over the top. Very tasty, very good for you. Very nice. Tasty, very, very tasty. Very tasty. Oi, oi, you lucky people.
This looks like the place. Patch me into the mainframe. Now.
Right. Watch this. Well, apart from that, that's an injured elephant. Hang on. Can see. You see the bonsai, you see the tree, you see the plant. It's all of them. But get back on there, you utter bastard if I can you. There you go. A succulent. Oh, thanks, Casper. Oh, you mean the plant? Bastard. Straight out at Matrix. Hello, Neo. Hello. That Tesco were well, Hull. It were. You said remove the paper towel. That was just for transportation. I'm going to get rid of it as soon as the bowl and thing arrive. For the time being, that's going to stay in there because I thought it'd soak up a bit of liquid and keep it in there. But it's arriving tomorrow, I think. I just didn't want it going everywhere. It's arriving tomorrow. It'll be all right. Tomorrow. Did you see Myron? Not up there now. What you might have saw was a pink ninja elephant. Elephant's arse. That's on top of unit. On top of unit. Of course, we do have Myrons in the environs. We have a squishy Myron. Good for the squishing thereof. Not green squishy Myron. Bought by my daughter. Dad, speaking of which, she said she's got me the best present ever for Father's Day. Almost as good as having her as a daughter. So she's really going out there with that one. Made by Mandy, it is made by Mandy. Knitted by her own fair handy. Got skills, man, got skills. One of the best ones, genuinely, is that. That is a picture of the actual David Bowie head that Mandy knitted. It is absolutely insane. Insane. Skillage, man. Skillage. It is epic, isn't it? Very creative is Mandy. Very creative. I wouldn't even know where to start with some of that stuff. Yeah, genuinely, the David Bowie head is just insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, Mandy's got a grey knitted elephant, therefore the pink one, obviously, to someone who doesn't drink, should be in here. But it's up there, along with, what else have we got? We've also got Laz's turtle, the OG turtle. Sent to me by Laz. That's also up there. I've got a collection. There's potatoes everywhere. That's the first elephant. That's the only elephant I've got. Where's the mini knitted Nick head? What do you call me? That is in... I think it's on the shelf over in that direction. With the balaclava in the area. That turtle is up to no good. Yeah, Laz sent me I sent him a load of bear's paw stuff. know, the bottle openers and beer mats and stuff, and he sent me that back, which I was absolutely buzzing with. Ali's Scrabble box. Oh, hang on. Oh. Hang on. Ali sent me a Scrabble box, which is amazing, by the way. Hang on, there you go. Which is fantastic. Think you not? I think so. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite fit over there on the shelf. So what I'm going to have to do is, next time we have a mess around, there we go. Get in there. Next time we have a mess around with the shelving unit, I'll get like these two middle shelves moved apart slightly so we'll be able to fit in there as well. But it's fantastic. It does need extra names, it really does. I love stuff like that. I don't ask people to send me stuff, but when things do arrive, it's absolutely incredible. Your name is there, that's there. It is fantastic. I just like, if anyone goes out of the way to do something, I really do appreciate it. Genuinely. There's got to be a way of fitting in there, isn't there? I think maybe that shelf might have to go up one and it'll fit in there then. I'll make sure it's there. Yours, that's the main thing. Yeah, but it does need extra names now, definitely. I think I might have extra Scrabble tiles. She sent me some extra Scrabble tiles as well, so we can make them up. But yeah, fantastic. And a lot of thought and effort went into that, so isn't that great? And the homemadedness of things I love as well. It's not just I've bought you this, I've made you this. Sam should have some merch. Sam should definitely have merch. A print on demand little page somewhere. Amen, bro. You have your ninja spud and cricket ball proudly about the place. That someone from the community applied thought and effort and time blows your mind with appreciation. Isn't it? Doesn't it mean such a huge amount more? Someone's actually gone to the bother of doing it. It's amazing. Sam needs a bottle opener. Sam, let us know how to get these to you and I will get some stuff out to you. We can do this. We can do this. A ninja spud as well, definitely. Still got loads of those. You ever thought about all the countries have different points for the letters depending on how frequent they appear in the language? Zaire and places like that, yeah. Pause means Moors. Pause means Moors. Can do. Brilliant. I'll get that sorted for you. In Scrabble. There must be some really crazy Qatar and Zaire and places like that, yeah. Kyrgyzstan. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Kyrgyzstan. Must be an absolute fortune on a Scrabble board. Azerbaijan. Shane had some, yes. Personal question, that Mandy. Personal question. I don't think he has. I'll have to send him some stuff. Just need addresses and I'll get some stuff sent off in Perst. The Perst that hurts the most. I have to go back to the post office. America? Okay, yeah. What are you sending? Fucking hell. I'm sending knitted ninja potatoes. You're sending what? Last time I did that, it was like walking into a Wild West saloon as a stranger. The fella in the corner stopped playing piano. Everyone went, oh. Is it Ninja Potato? Depends on what language Scrabble you're playing. Yes, Polish Scrabble must be the worst in the world for that. K is super frequent there, so has a different value than the English Scrabble K. I did not know that. Do we send Sam Shane knows what you already asked Naughty from Norwich to return? There's nothing being returned. We don't ask people to return stuff. Apart from themselves. We need people to return themselves. We do love Steve and Helen. Hang on. Alan, Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. And our Ruby Doo team. But there's loads more to be sent out. Jess has still got hers attached to her keyring, and she still uses it on a regular basis. I did tell her as well, by the way, about that being used to lift up the ring pull on a can. Do that and then you can pull it up. I didn't know that. I was wondering what that was, Dad. Yeah, well, that's what it is. I might give her a few more of these as well. Just to keep, because she's been... In fact, I thought these were really, really hard plastic, but apparently hers has been worn down to the metal. The actual metal. So this could be a metal one. This was opened earlier on using that very one. That very one. Hang on, wrong way round. And of course there's also beer mats. The one good thing, I suppose, about running an online pub is you can buy loads of stuff to send out to people fairly cheap. Beer mats don't really cost much. I've got a box full of them. Beer towels, I don't know. I'd like beer towels made at some point. Or anything else pub related. I have to look into that. He was here. Jerry was there. Send a Jeff colouring page if we can. That we can do as well. No idea if you're ever going to buy a printer. Yeah, we can do a little bit of a Jeff colouring book for you. A few pages stuck together. I don't mean stuck together like that. No. Also, you have an an U, and an and the Y vowels. You've got a compound nouns, so long compound words are not unusual. Tom Jones told me that. Getting a 9-letter in a hypothetical Danish countdown would be no problem. It wouldn't be countdown though, it'd be like kunt doen. Sorry, what do you call me? No sticky pages, definitely not. Definitely not. Should have bucket hats. I think I've looked into this. I'm not sure we can get them made. My mate runs a company down in Formby where he makes clothing, but I wouldn't be able to sell enough to warrant going buying stuff. But bucket hats maybe, because I wear these all the time. So if I had like a shitload of these to wear until they fell apart, maybe, I don't know. Never know. And then just start get people to wear them outside the stadium. Get loads of people bouncing around. The Hill Dickinson wearing bear's paws in bucket hats. They might be the next big thing, you never know. Any preference of Jeff pick? We might have to talk about this outside the chat. So, countdown is Ned tailing in Danish, right? You can't find Ali's video of the keyring in use. We'll have to ask her. It'll be on there. You remember the one with him holding a lamb? That'll be fine. I think we have got that somewhere, haven't we? Would it be that one by any chance? Isn't it? If it's called countdown, why does the clock count up? That's the eternal question. There should be an Irish one called County Down. I have nine. No one is more committed to getting 9 letters than I am. Yeah, that's the one. Hubby finishes work for one of the 9 or 10. This has gone up now, isn't it? Comes out to see Sam colouring different shades of blue pencil. Mindful colouring, darling. How lovely. Let me. Oh my word. Baby lamb and the baby Jeffers. Any Jeff pick can be made into a colouring in Jeff pick thanks to ChatGPT. It can. If you make it, they will colour. You'd have to make sure as well when you're doing it though that you properly shade in the sharp edges of the cheekbones. Got to be done. Got to be a little bit of shadow underneath the cheekbone. A Rembrandt triangle underneath the cheekbone. That's what it's all about. Dum da dum dum dum. Any Jeff pick can be a colouring pick if you're brave enough. Exactly. Stick it and see. Let me think about it. I have to buy some blue pencils in the meantime. Yeah. Lots of different shades of blue. I want loads of blue pencils. I want it ranging from sky blue to Jeff blue and just everywhere in between. Petrol blue, Jeff blue. Jeff, man. He's world famous in our street, Jeff. But is he happy? Of course he is. Just keeping an eye out in case Jess decides to start sending messages. On account of the fact that my daughter is as thick as shit sometimes. The only time she's rang me recently has been when I've been streaming or when I was on the way to get me dad on a Thursday from pub. Sam, the blue dot in a red state HQ, East Texas, US of A. That would get there, I'm sure it would. Squirrel HQ, Silver HQ. Big limb just fell outside. You talking about me? I haven't. Maybe not HQ. 50 shades. Oh, 50 shades of blue. Could do. Could be a base, not a HQ, a flared base. Easy target. Definitely hope it's a tree and not a leg. Big leg just reminds me of the Mighty Boosh live. Big leg. You come, big leg. Big leg. You come, big leg. You got a big fucking leg. Which is one of the greatest detective shows never made. Big leg. 50 Shades of Blue is definitely the Jeff colouring book title. It should be. And then, see, this is the perfect thing. What we could do is we could do that and then bring out pencils, crayons in 50 Shades of Blue so they'd be forced to buy it. Oh, see, thinking now. I'm thinking with a capital F. Thinking. In time we may all suffer from a flared base. May the hemorrhoid gods be gentle. Oof. You don't want a flared base there, do you? Very painful indeed. Ladies, come and blue Jeff in this action pack colouring book. I reckon it'd sell, it'd be a goer. Definitely. Muy neutral. Oh, man. I am going to sneeze any second, I can tell. You know when it's there? It's there. I thought it was going to be then. I thought it was going to be then. That's the worst English ever committed to kick. He's from Barcelona. Yeah, I sound like I'm from Barcelona tonight. Oh, man. I'm blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die. Right, I need a pee. That's the other thing. Ginger and dandelion, that would work. Oh, ginger and dandelion would be nice, wouldn't it? Right, well, anyway. Do I need to get rid of the other thing as well? We'll soon find out. Thought I was going to sneeze then. Could have been then. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, well, the screen is clean. You know what that means. You know what that means. Come on, dancing shoes on. Let's go and do a booger. Let's have a booger.
Another great night here at the Bears Paws. Folks, go give yourself a round of applause. We've had a good chat, told the odd joke. Now get in our hot tub for a post-stream soak.
That is indeed that.
Hoo-yah!